Ladies and gentlemen, Super Dave, and last I left off was at the boring stage. Boring, and that is I sanded off the I'm gonna call them little grooves that are in the door, little not vents, but got them sanded, and I got the fins here on both sides, got them blended into the hole. Lots of sanding, which I wanna end up probably getting. Well, I want to see if I can make one first, because I can buy one if I don't. The electric toothbrush that spins, I'm thinking about getting one because it does get old. Hand sanding. I think I want to try to make one. I've seen a lot of miniatures make one out of a toothbrush, and I think I want to do it. If I can't make one, I'll probably get the one from Mr. Hobby, which their stuff usually works. But anyway, more on that later. Got everything sanded. I got to go one more time, just one more little pass, because you can see just a little bit of divots in the sanding, which I'm going to have to. I used sprue putty, and I'm going to go back in and just put a very thin, in a few places of the Vallejo spot putty there, and but anyway, I think a couple coats of enamel will fill in any imperfections. But I did get that done. If you notice, what's a good picture? Super Dave's engine fits in the back. The first one I cut out, I actually cut it out of like a plastic tube. Well, I made it too big. I was thinking it was more bigger than it was, so I really started looking at the pictures. You know how it is, when you start you start a project, start cutting it out, and you're like, should have looked at another picture. But anyway, it doesn't go all the way into the glass. I mean, it kind of just it's real close. So I couldn't find anything. I was trying to manipulate styrene to do it, but that didn't work out. But Mr. Microsaw, perfect size, and I had a bottle that had just a very little bit in it, and I poured the rest out in the new bottle, and it worked out just fine. And I think I got that cut pretty accurate. So anyway, I did cut out the bottom. We're gonna add probably 2 LEDs in here, kind of orangey. And if you look, where's a good picture? On the back of his engine, he's got a, I want to ramjet or something. I don't know the technical term. And if I can find well, that's not the best, but you can see it kind of right there. And it's mostly, it does, watch the movie, it does kind of light up. It's more smoke than anything, but I'm gonna glue something in like that. And that should give the appearance of the little cone-shaped thing in the back of the motor. So I am just about done with that. I got to I need to really shoot it in primer. I think I got a little gap on one end, but no big deal. We'll fix that with Tulip. But I did get the engine on, and did get the hood and the custom hood scoop, which as you can see on that side, not too bad. I did have to. I was going to try to use the kit one, which it's kind of it's more wide, and I was going to cut it. It didn't work out, so I just took styrene and did my best guess and cut it out, and then did the scoop part in epoxy sculpt, and just got to finish sanding that down and get that blended in with the hole, and we'll be good to go. Now I'm not going to. It's not going to have a raised hood. This is going to be glued together because Super Dave, you really don't need to see the engine. And speaking of engine, I started putting the engine together, which I'm not a big fan of the chrome. Y'all know that, and so I got that mostly done. I'm just going to paint it black like I did the truck. A little bit of dry brushing. Basically, if you see it from underneath, you'll see that it is somewhat painted, not accurately, but it is. But anyway, got the motor done, or slowly getting the motor done. I do a little bit each morning. It's just easier that way. But anyway, I think Super Dave is taking shape. Now I got to go out to the shed again, and I got to go find a specific set, and that is the Hasegawa 24 scale driver's set. I have a few of those, and I need the race car driver because I want to put a figure in here because we must have Super Dave driving the rocket car. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Basically sanding, trying to get the motor on, and getting the scoop on the hood there. Anyway, that's what I got going on, so stay tuned for next exciting episode.